So I want you to take some time, this week to just pause and ask yourself, which consciousness am I operating from? Is it the scarcity consciousness or the abundance consciousness? Every man functions from a state of consciousness. And the state of consciousness that you function from determines the results you achieve in your life. When we're talking about this consciousness, we're talking about your knowing, your belief, what is real to you, that state through which you manifest everything that you want, your consciousness. And everyone has that. What differentiates man? Sometimes you see two people doing the same thing, two people working in the same office, but they are getting different results. And you're wondering what exactly is happening. Two people doing the same thing, but their outcomes are totally different from each other. What is responsible for this? This is the reason why the state of consciousness is important. You have to understand that you are operating from a state of consciousness. And the state of consciousness that you operate from will determine the results that you get. And there are two states of consciousness. Two states of consciousness. And the first state of consciousness is the abundance consciousness. And you can also call this consciousness a mindset, because these are the set of belief system that determines, the way you perceive life, the way you see life, and the things that happen for you in life. So when we're talking about having an abundance consciousness, we're saying that you have a consciousness or a set of belief system that is open to the plenty that is around. A state of mind that is growth-oriented, a state of mind that believes that there is enough for you to be able to manifest all your dreams. A state of consciousness that says to you that in your career, whatever dream that I have everything in me, and I have everything within me to be able to bring to fruition that career goals that I have. And you're saying to yourself that no matter what happens, everything, I know that I have everything and I am enough. You are operating from a state of enoughness. You are operating from a state where your perception of the world sees everything as amazing, as good, as beautiful, as working in your favor. You are not saying that life is working against you. You believe beyond all reasonable doubt that everything that is happening in your life is working together for your good. You function from that state of consciousness, and that state of consciousness is an healthy one. Is an healthy state of consciousness because it empowers you. This state of being empowers you to be more. It empowers you to go for your dreams. It empowers you to attract all the good that you want in your career, in your business, in your family, in your relationship. You are living life to the fullness. You are one with life. Let me put it like that. You are one with life, and you can perceive things. You can birth dreams from a place of abundance. Having an abundance mindset puts you in a state of being where you are prosperous, where in your mind, even before you do anything, in your mind, you know that you're going to be successful. I usually say to people that you know whether you're going to succeed at something even before you start. Because there's a mindset, there's a consciousness through which you are going into, whether it's that business or that career. There's that consciousness. So you know if you are going to succeed at it. So it is not until you finish a project or until you decide you embark on an action that you know that you are successful. You embark on it. The moment you say in your mind that you're going on this journey, you know beyond all reasonable doubt that you are succeeding in this journey. And that's the power This consciousness operates from a place of faith. It's faith-based, where you believe even before seeing the results. Then the state of consciousness that, people also function from is the scarcity consciousness. This is also a state of being where you believe that there isn't enough to go around. You believe that the pie is not sufficient enough to go around everyone. So you believe that you have to struggle. You have to compete to get all the things that you want. You believe that life is working against you. You believe that, some people are just lucky. And I'm sure you can see the pictorial representation here. You can actually be in the midst of abundance and not be able to partake of the abundance because of your scarcity consciousness. And this is the power. That is why you see people say things at times like, wow. You ask them, how are things for you? And say, life is amazing. Things are working amazingly for me. I'm so excited. I'm having fun. In my business, I'm prospering here. I just got promoted at work. My family. And you're wondering, hello? Aren't we in the same country? Aren't we working in the same company? What exactly is happening? It is the state of consciousness. Because you can be in the midst of abundance and not experience abundance. Why? Because of your state of consciousness. Because you are thinking from a point of view where there isn't enough. You are thinking from the point of view where you believe that, things are not enough, and you are not enough. You are not sufficient. You don't have enough to be able to birth your dreams. You don't have enough to be able to birth your realities. So if you want to determine the outcomes of your life, you need to take a pause and ask yourself, what is my belief system? What state of consciousness am I operating from? Am I operating from an healthy consciousness? An abundance consciousness is an healthy state of mind. Or am I operating from an unhealthy state of consciousness, which is a scarcity, consciousness? Do you believe that you have everything you need to live the kind of life that you truly desire? If your answer is no, then you know the consciousness that you're operating from. That means you're operating from a scarcity consciousness. But if you know beyond all reasonable doubt that everything is working together for your good, that you know that you are already a success, even before it materializes, and you have that, this is not something that you're saying with your mouth. It's a state of being. You cannot form this state of consciousness. You act it in your subconscious. Even when you don't know about it, you're acting it. So it's not something that you can fake. It's not something that you can just say because everybody's saying it. No. It's not something you can fake. So the question I want to leave you with today is this. What state of consciousness are you operating for? Is it from an abundance consciousness, or is it from a scarcity consciousness? Remember, the empowering consciousness is the abundance consciousness. There's power in awareness. The moment you know, then you can make a change. But when you do not know, there is no way you can make a change. When you're talking about a scarcity mindset, it's the same thing like talking about a pessimistic way of thinking. A scarcity mindset, a fixed mindset. And the abundance mindset is an optimistic, thinking pattern, a mindset of growth. So if you want to also know, let's look at this. Which of this way do you perceive things, or do you think? A scarcity mindset considers a delimitation of a situation. When you discuss anything, the first thing the person is saying is why it cannot work. Why the person cannot see any good in any situation. The person is they are just pessimistic. But when you talk about an abundance mindset, they consider the opportunities in a situation. The truth about this, when you're faced with a situation, there is the negative and there's a positive. The truth is this, in that midst of negativity, there's still a positive. Things may not be going the way you want them to go, but in that situation, there's still something. There's still an opportunity, because how do people come with ideas? How do people come with innovation? It's because there's an unpleasant situation. So an optimistic thinker or an abundance mindset looks at it and like, so in this situation, what can we do? So how do you think? Are you, the scarcity mindset person, or the abundance mindset person leads, the scarcity mindset person leads with a victim mindset. This person feels that life is against him or her, that everything is just working contrary. The person feels helpless. It's my employer. It's my wife that is not making us successful. Is life. I don't even know. It's the parent that they gave birth to me. If only this had happened. Victim mindset. But an optimistic, thinker leads with control, taking responsibility. This person takes responsibility for his or her own life. He's in charge. He's not playing the victim. I take responsibility. This is my life and I own it. The pessimistic, thinking spends their mental energy on what's lacking in their life. Every time they are surrounded with, this is not working. This is not working in my life. This is what I don't have. I don't have this. Focuses on all the things that are not working. Wow. So imagine if you keep focusing on what is lacking, what happens? It expands. You continue to attract more of things that are not working. But an optimistic thinker spends their mental energy on the new possibilities in their life. They focus on things that are happening in their life. They focus their energy on things that are happening, the possibilities, not on what you do not have. Pessimistic feels frustrated, powerless, anxious, angry, and fearful. Optimistic thinker feels empowered and engaged. Pessimistic, negative attitude demotivates others. When you the truth is this, when you stand with someone, or when you are in close association with someone that has a scarcity mindset, or let's call it a pessimistic mindset, oh man, their energy is draining. You get in there charged. By the time you're leaving, your battery is low. I'm not talking about your car or your phone battery. I'm talking about you as a person. You are drained. They've drained all the positivity in you. The optimistic thinker, their positive attitude inspires others. It energizes others to perform well. You are in the midst of people. Even you have some leaders, some bosses, some managers that they make you see the positive in you. The moment they're around you, they make you feel you can go over the world. They make you feel there is nothing you cannot do. You have such kind of leaders also, that do that and encourage you. When you have a leader that has that level of thinking, they're able to inspire people. But when you have a leader that has a pessimistic, everybody there is just drained. That's why sometimes you hear this, it's said that most people leave the organization not because of the company itself, but because of their bosses. So this mindset is important. This state of consciousness is important. Pessimistic refuses to collaborate with people or share credit. It's just me in my space. So in the workplace, you're not even ready to collaborate. You just want to be the only one taking the glory. No. Abundance mindset, collaborate with everyone. It's a win-win situation. We all win. That's what makes sense. Pessimistic thinker, think small, often avoiding risk. A lot of people want to be successful. You want to do great things, but you avoid taking risk. You say, I don't want to take risk. You close your eyes every night. You don't even know what's happening. It's a risk for you to wake up in the morning. Everything in life involves some level of risk. But an optimistic thinker thinks big, taking risks, stretching, moving away from his or her comfort zone, trying new things, going into new endeavors, stretching and growing. A pessimistic thinker finds it hard to trust others, defaulting to suspicion. You have some people, they never trust people. And if you don't trust people, whether you're working with people, you don't trust them, it's a sign of scarcity. It means you don't even trust yourself because you can't give what you don't have. So this is a state of consciousness also. You have to be aware of which one am I functioning from. As a career person, you need to ask yourself. As a business person, you need to ask yourself. A optimistic thinker lead with trust by focusing on relationships. This person believes in others. A pessimistic thinker is a taker, always on the receiving end. Expecting more from people than what you can give. But an abundance mindset, somebody that functions from that state, is always a giver, contributing to others. A scarcity mindset establish their sense of self-worth by comparing themselves to others. That is a race you will never win. So ask yourself, are you always in competition? Are you always in competition with people? The abundance minds establish their sense of self-worth by comparing themselves only by themselves. You have your definition of success. You can't be comparing yourself with every other person. You have a definition of success, and that is what you compare yourself with. You compare yourself with the better version of you. You are your greatest competition, not other people. That is a race you will never win if you have a scarcity mindset and you are always, establishing your self-worth with others, because there would always be somebody that is better than you. But the truth is this: you have to be in a place where you appreciate yourself, and when you can truly ask yourself, what do I want? And you know what you want, and you are running your own race. This is what is powerful, and this is why I help professionals, and business owners do. I help you, unlock your abundance so that you can manifest your own definition of success, not what other people think of you, but what you want. And this is a journey that I take you through to help you truly manifest your desires. This week, you just pause and ask yourself, which consciousness am I operating from? Is it the scarcity consciousness or the abundance consciousness? What are the traits that I see in myself? This is not to judge you. Please note, this is not to judge you. This is for you to be aware. And the moment you are aware, what do? Then you can get better. If you don't know where you are, you cannot get to where you want to go. So this is not, for you to judge yourself and say, oh, I'm a scarcity. No. It's for you to know where you are so you can make the necessary changes. Remember, no one, is already created perfect. We are all work in progress. So you can begin to work on yourself to be able to achieve the goals that you desire.